You need to understand as a leader in your business that this fixed mindset is not where we need to be at this stage in our industry, the electrical construction industry, with the electrification of everything in the midst of this, with all the work coming our way, all these new opportunities, profitability, the service side of the business now with NFPA 70B, that I can transition into creating a growth model business as opposed to playing to the old cyclical nature. How do I take ownership in my business? How do I get more from the people that I have? What do I need to train my project managers? How do I get the most out of them to feed my superintendents, to feed my foremen, to feed my teams? What do I need to prefab? I've got limited space in my shop. We've got to think with a mindset, and a lot of this needs to be driven less with gut and instinct and more by data. You're going to have to get better at embracing change. And to embrace change and to be successful at it, you need to do a better job of managing change. Now, you have a new daily log or a new time card tool. You forget to communicate vision. Why are we doing this? It creates confusion. If you don't get buy-in from those that are using it, you don't get consensus. What are they going to do? Sabotage the efforts of delivering this new tool that you've made a decision to roll out. If you don't provide the right training and skills, you're going to create anxiety. If you're not properly motivating them, you start to get resistance. If you don't have the right resources to make sure that it's on the phone and it has everything that they need to deliver this, it creates frustrations, and it's so easy to do it wrong. You have to build a culture that understands and accepts that we're going to be committed to this. Now, the worst thing that can happen to an electrical contractor today is say, in the field, I hear it myself. Hey, I'll just push back on this. 3 months from now, they'll forget it even happened. That's the culture of some companies out there, that they've created these false starts. And the companies just learned, if I just push back, we'll go back to the old way. You've got to understand how to embrace change yourself, but then communicate the value and understand how to manage change better than ever before, because the rate of change is increasing in your business. The one thing I've seen in my career is that change is exponential. We can look at this across whether it's aeronautical, whether it's computing, power, the Moore's law. We're in a state of rapid exponential change. And what's going to happen over the next 10 years is going to be a lot more than the previous 10. I don't want to scare you, but I absolutely believe we are reaching a point in our industry, of the construction industry, accounts for almost 14% of GDP of America. We've got trillions of dollars to spend in electrification. More money is being spent on electrification than AI, and we're going through our first S curve. More will change in the next decade in this industry than has changed in the previous 100 years. We're watching offsite construction, we're watching the manufacturing, we're watching these service opportunities. There is an abundance of opportunity, and I can't tell you how hopeful I am. I believe contractors can run a business with less risk and more profits today than ever before in this industry. It does require change. It doesn't look like your traditional pipe and wire business that maybe you grew up in. And I'm here to tell you, if you can't shift from the defense of trying to push back on change and embrace this offensive move to how do you really get strategic. UPS is a company I've worked with a lot over the years, and they're always about that 1%. 1%. If you can drive 1%, that means all you got to do is save in an 8-hour day 5 minutes. What's 5 minutes? How can you save 5 minutes? How can I reduce redundancy, reduce errors, omissions? Last year, the data told UPS to stop making left-hand turns. Always go right. Always go right. Last year, UPS saved 10 million gallons of fuel by turning right because the data told them to turn right. And what I'm here to tell you guys is there's a path out there for us. And I truly believe with you embracing this, you can see profits, you can see less risk, you can build a business model that you're happy for future generations to take a part of.